I know that you know I'm not exaggerating when I say that I buy so much new makeup. And sometimes when there's a lot of new releases, it piles up. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I mean, I'm buying it. I think I have one thing in the stash here that was PR, but I have bought it all with my own money. And a lot of these products are too small to carry their own video. And they kind of sit there and they wait for me. So I'm putting them all in one video. And we're calling this Trying New Makeup Finally. New makeup I'm finally trying. These are all little kind of one-off releases that are kind of fun. And I thought we could look at them all together. And it means I'm going to have a little bit of a mismatched look. So we're not really going for a cohesive look here. We're just going to try out these new products that I bought. One is PR, only one. And we're going to talk about them together. I thought it could be fun. So I just got a t-shirt on. I got really nothing on my face here. Little bit of a foundation that I'm trying out for a foundation video coming up. But other than that, let's just go through these together and see what we got. Everything here is new within the past week to a month, give or take. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's start with Complexion. We got two cool concealers that I want to look at today. The Patrick Ta. This is the brand new one, and Milk. So the Patrick Ta, this new concealer from Patrick Ta, comes in 25 shades. I got the shade 2. That's going to be way too light. This is the shade 2. It's $34. That's going to be a little, doesn't look too light. Is this really the shade 2? I don't know. I'll have to look. But anyway, this is $34, 25 shades. And the Milk, I got shade 5. This is $29, a little bit cheaper. Also comes in 25 shades. And this one, they're both medium coverage. This one is a stick. The Milk is a stick concealer. Reminds me of the Tom Ford. And Tarte has one. That's actually, Tarte has a good one. Tom Ford's is a good one. And this Patrick Ta is kind of a traditional liquid concealer. So let's do, I said we're going to be mismatched. Let's do that. This is not the shade 2. What shade is this? It is indeed shade 2. So let's see how light it is. Pretty light, but that's okay. We'll just go around the eyes. Need a little bit there on my nose. Okay. We'll see what we think. We'll put the Milk on the other side. I'm kind of excited about this Milk one. You know, the Milk goes along with that Hydro Grip skin tint that I love. I've put that in a few favorites of mine. That's a much better shade, isn't it? Put that in a few favorites of mine last year. Ooh, that's a nice. Yeah, I just love this Milk product line. Milk is kind of funny because it's like, you know, it depends on the product, whether you just want to skip a Milk release or get really into it. Let's see what we think of this Patrick Ta here. Well, that looks nice. That wasn't really too light, was it? Ooh, that's a nice product. Really love how consistently this one spreads, this Patrick Ta. Really nice, kind of viscous, like really lightweight and thin, but a nice medium buildable coverage. A very, very nice product. If you like a traditional concealer, I think that Patrick Ta did a wonderful job on my eyes. I'll switch brushes, so we have a clean brush to blend in the Milk product, which is a little bit of a better shade, more like a skin-like shade for me. Ooh, also lovely. I was saying, as I was applying the Milk product, the Milk kind of goes along with the Hydro Grip skin tint, which I love. I still love. I haven't stopped loving. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks like the Patrick Ta is slightly better coverage, doesn't it? Here's Patrick Ta. Here's Milk. But I could put on more of the Milk shade. But both are lovely. I have a little bit of skin peeling on my nose. Yeah, the Patrick Ta is giving me a little bit better coverage than the Milk. But the Milk is really pleasant to use. This stick really grips and goes on, and this line of this Hydro Grip Milk, very, very nice. So both lovely, though. I'm giving them both a thumbs up. Really impressed by that, actually. Okay, So I have two new bronzers. I don't know what I did with the new rare bronzer. I bought it. But this is the new Saie. The new Saie is Super Suede. This is talc free. Comes in 6 shades. It's $32. It's a radiant bronzer, baked bronzer. I got the shade Amalfi. And I brought over a Sonia G brush, which will allow us to just kind of put it around the face. Oh, that's really pretty. Good shade too. Nice and tan and kind of feels nice. Let's go ahead and put that in there. I think I'll even take this, you know, like I like to do with bronzer, because we have kind of an eyeshadow shade, but it's not kind of a traditional one. So I'm going to actually take, oh, this is nice. It's very warm though, this Amalfi shade. I'm just going to put it in the crease of my eye too. I mean, I really warmed up my face with it. I really went to town. Now you can't unsee it. I know, sorry. But that's really pretty, isn't it? I mean, I put on a lot of it, admittedly. But it's nice, actually. A lot of you guys haven't requested this one, so it's kind of sat there. And like I said, Rare has a new bronzer, too. I swear I picked it up, but I can't find it. I know. I'm not proud of that. Let's go to Kosas. So Kosas has this shiny objects, really supposed to be really kind of sheer and wet looking highlighter. I got it in the shade GlimmerRose, but there are 5 shades and they're $34 each. And it looked like, someone correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like this product has existed before in one shade and they've just expanded the shade coverage. Is that true, or did I read that wrong? At any rate, the shade I got, GlimmerRose, is most definitely brand new. Wow. It's kind of duochrome, huh? It may be a bit too deep for me. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I got a Wayne Goss brush. Let's try it. Oh, it's very pretty. It's almost like a blush. Boy, I have enough blush here that we got a lot of blush product. This is almost like a topper on my skin. And if I were to want it into the corner of the eyes, that's really pretty. That's a unique shade for a highlight, but it's kind of behaving a little bit like a blush topper, or if you had fair skin, it would almost be its own blush, right? Nice though. Kind of shows a little bit of texture on the cheek though. Texture I didn't know I have, so watch out for that. Because it's such a wet look with the Kosas, just FYI. Yeah, it's kind of showing texture and pores that I didn't think I had. Buyer beware with the Kosas, but it's very pretty. And I like the fact that the shades are so different. It's not just champagne or bronze, you know? It's kind of a unique shade. Kind of a blush toppery shade. Speaking of glowing, I have got, you guys know, I love my little makeup eraser, my little wet, because we got a lot of blush to look at here before we get to our lip products and our eye product. So I'm going to be taking them on, taking them off, putting them on. I never did talk to you guys about the Gucci Glow blush. I know. At this point, that's over a month old. There are 4 shades of this. I bought this bright pink shade, $49, but it's a glowing blush. Typical of Gucci, it's a little bit tricky to get open. Boy, that's a pink shade. What made me decide to buy this? Here is a Wayne Goss brush number 3. I don't usually buy this hot pink. Actually, though, love it with the Kosas, because that Kosas was kind of pink too. That's really pretty. Now, I am late to the party. This Gucci has been sitting here, and it's very, very, very pretty. But I haven't played with this. And like I said, there are other shades in this. There are 3 other shades. But I had heard from you guys it was pretty. I'm only putting it on one cheek because we're playing with it. But that is very pretty. And not super heavily scented like most Gucci products are. As I stick my nose into it. Benefit has 2 new blushes, I believe. I picked up the Play Daze. This is the shade Chili. Not really going to make a cohesive look here. But there are 5 shades of it, $34. This is a liquid, but it goes to powder, which I thought was kind of interesting. This is not at Sephora. I think this is exclusively Look at the little packaging. So let's give it a try. Why not? All right, let's try it. I brought over, I'm just gonna tap it in with my fingers. I didn't bring over a good brush for it. So let's just tap it in. Interesting. Okay, 2 things to notice right away. This is not gonna be my favorite product. I love that it dries to a powder, but I don't like, my problem with liquid blushes, I like a liquid blush that blends away. Generally, liquid blushes are gonna stain right where you initially stick them. That's pretty much what they do. A lot of people will end up putting their liquid blush on something first. Let's try that. That way it won't do that as much. But I like to be able, and that does help. That's a concealer brush, but it works. We've used it already, so. If you're gonna dot with the doe foot, it's gonna stain, and I don't like that. And I think there are plenty of liquid blushes that don't stain. So when I put it onto the brush first, it's gonna do better for me. And I do like that it dries to a powder. It's not gonna be dewy. It's gonna be more long lasting because of that. But it's not thrilling me. I like the packaging. I like that it turns to powder, like I said, but I don't feel like super inspired. It's a pretty shade. I'll report back. I'll see how much I reach for it. I always know when I like something because I'm compelled to kind of reach for it in my collection, you know? But they have another new blush that I saw too, but this is the only one I picked up. Right now, I think the Gucci, but huge difference in price. The Gucci's $49, this is 34, well, 34. I don't know. I also have, this is the one thing that came in PR. Dibs, the lovely people over at Dibs, sent me their Dibs Blush Serum. This is a cheek tint. You can buy like the whole set of these for, let's see, $82, or you could just get one for $26. I grabbed Moody Girl. Let's go ahead and play with it. Take off the Gucci as best I can. Look at that under eye area, the milk probably could have done a better job there. The milk concealer, just saying. Okay, so this is Moody Girl. Let's see how this works. Oh, I haven't tried this yet. And Dibs sent over their little blush brush with it, which is $36, this dual-ended brush, so let's use it. Okay, so look, it's got this metal tip, which is nice because it's cooling. Let's see. Oh, it squirted me. Oh, it's nice though. Okay, this is interesting. Funny. I couldn't have planned this better. Remember I said that with the Benefit product, you put the liquid on and it's staining, so you kind of have to put it on a brush first, and I don't like that. I'll tell you, the Dibs product already proved me correct. It kind of squirted me, but it blended beautifully. You don't see where I accidentally, let's see if I can put this on a little bit better. Whoa, see, okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. First of all, it's gonna blend nicely, but that's too messy. That's way too messy. So let's put it on the brush. It's gonna have to do that too. Okay, lots to say. Okay, yeah. So I like the Dibs product better when put onto the brush. When put on the face, you don't have as much control and it's gonna kind of squirt you. But I do like that it blends super, super, super easily and isn't leaving a stain where it first went like the Benefit did. That got away from me a little bit, but you can see the idea there. It's very pretty, a serum-like blush, but just put it on the brush first. I don't know. The Dibs people are probably going to be like, well, most people aren't as clumsy as you were. But true. I just didn't know how hard to press, and then it exploded onto my face. So put it on the brush so it gives you a little bit more control. Or on the back of your hand. I could totally have done that too. Watch this. I could totally have just kind of gone onto the back of my hand. That might even be a more fun way to do it. And then dipped. And then patted. Or brushed. And look, it's not staining, which I really like. I really dislike when liquid blushes make a stain where you first put them. It's what they all used to do in the past. And this Benefit one is a little bit, I'm not trying to attack Benefit, but it's a kind of, okay. So, nice. Very, very nice. Liking the Dibs. Just got to know how to work with it. Liking the Saie bronzer was very nice. The Saie bronzer was very nice, but I don't think it's any different than any other radiant bronzer that you have 10 of already. Kosas, loving it for its innovative shades, but it's definitely showing texture. Love the use of this Milk product, but I don't think it necessarily covered my dark pits of despair that well. Patrick Ta, though, that's a great concealer. Dibs is great, but just use it appropriately. And I do like that this Benefit goes to powder, but I think the product itself could be better. Let's look at some lip shades here. We have two things. Before we go to, I have this Makeup Forever product, but let's look at some lip shades. Summer Fridays and Kulfi have new liners. The Summer Fridays liner is called the Softline Lip Liner. It comes in 8 shades. I got the Rosé. Summer Fridays also made a lip stain that I didn't pick up. But the lip liner is $20. Let's line the bottom lip with it. It's a traditional pencil liner. That's very pretty. I don't know how that'll get your attention over something else, but I did miss the fact that they made a lip stain to go along with it. I'm much more interested, I admit, in the Kulfi Lassi lip staining lip liner. I got this one in Flames, but it comes in 7 shades, $24 each. This one is supposed to last all day. That applies nicely. I like that better. Really kind of smooth and nice. They're different colors. Oh, that's really nice. By the way, I will put down here on the screen how long this lasted, because this is supposed to last forever and ever and ever, the Kulfi product. And I'll stick on, Kulfi has the lip staining oil. They sent over the rose stain in the lip oil. They have such a great lip liner. They sent this over, but it's not new. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, I think the Summer Fridays lip liner is a traditional lip lining pencil. So if they have a shade that you like, or you really love that lip stain, which, comment below if you tried the lip stain. I didn't try. I missed it. Some of these things slip through the cracks. Probably would go nicely with that, especially if it color coordinates. If you like a shade, if not, this is a very typical lip pencil. Slightly waxy, it's nice. The Kulfi product, if it lasts long enough, has my interest a little more. But I like these Kulfi lip stains too. But yeah, I like that. That's pretty. I haven't seen myself in a pink lipstick in a while. I've been doing so much red. Makeup Forever has this Artist Color Cream. They've got this, I got this Beetle Chrome Metallic because I thought it was cool looking. But they have these matte and metallic shades that are kind of like a potted eyeliner, eyeshadow, including like black. They've got 8 shades total. I just thought the shade was really cool and the texture is really interesting. And it reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? Whoa. You know what I'm going to say, because I love this Pat McGrath shade, and I always talk about it. It's in one of her rose palettes. It's Extraterrestrial. I always remember it. I always remember the name. It's like green and pink, and look at it in there. What shade is it? We don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and line with it. It's kind of an eyeshadow too. Let's line with it. Are you going to be able to see that well enough if I just line with it? Oh, that's so cool because it changes color on the lid. I don't have enough of a lid for you to see, so let's just go ahead and go full throttle with this and actually put it on like I would wear the Pat McGrath shade. So this is creamy. What's the texture here? You'll want to know. It's creamy, but it doesn't feel like a cream eyeshadow. I'll use my finger too. Yeah, so I'm wearing this like I would wear that Pat McGrath Extraterrestrial shade. You guys know the shade I'm talking about? I'm not just saying it over and over to try to be salacious, sorry. But look at that shift. Isn't that pretty? And it almost looks like I did a gradient pink to green. Kind of liking this. You know what's funny? Makeup Forever, I always see their products and I'm like, oh, I don't know how enthused I am about that. And then whenever I try their products, they never let me down. They're makeup artist staples, and they're always just like, even with this being a slightly wilder color, so to speak, they're always just kind of like, you can rely on them. They're really usable products. I love how that's kind of shifting. It almost looks like I put a pink into here and transitioned to a green, which is really pretty. And a super nice liner. And it is not going to crease because, why? Because it almost goes to like a powder. This isn't behaving like a potted or a cream. You know, like the Eyes to Mesmerize from Charlotte Tilbury, which was kind of moussey. On some of these, which are kind of, they're a cream and so they'll crease. This almost goes to a powder right away. And it being duochrome, multichrome, it really looks like I spent a lot more on time on my eyes, and it's giving kind of a wilder look. You know, kind of gold, pink, green, really pretty. Wow, and that's been sitting there waiting for me to do something with it. Beautiful. Oops, lost the lid there. This is a favorite, and I would love to see this in other shades. I think I'll probably buy it in other shades. Sometimes I do a video called I Bought More Shades, and that would definitely be for one of those. Standouts so far. Kulfi liner. This one, Makeup Forever, their Artist Color Cream. Patrick Ta concealer. Gucci blush. Those are my favorites. The others I like, but I feel been there, done that a little bit. These are the best. These are the best. I'm going to pick up another shade in the Makeup Forever. I've got a few other shades coming, so I'll definitely do a video on that, but pick up a few of these things. Tell me what you think of the Summer Fridays. Also, if you tried the lip stain that comes with it, because I skipped that accidentally. What do you think in general? What have you tried here? What have you not? I'm sorry it just kind of all accumulated. Sometimes I just gotta clear the shelf. You know what I'm saying? But I do thank Dibs, because they sent me over this really pretty blush. Just really pretty. You just got to be able to harness it in and use it the right way. Tell me your thoughts. I want to meet you guys in the comments to chat about it all and see what we're all thinking. But, you know, also check me out over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads. We're on Facebook, and I have a membership here on YouTube where we meet every Friday. We have a lot of fun. I would love to see you there. And I'll chat with you guys in the comments. I got a lipstick roundup video coming up because there's so many new lip products, and I've been testing all of these new foundations, so I actually have one foundation video with 6 brand new foundations in it, but I'm giving each their due. So it's taking me a while to make the video rather than 6 separate ones. So, you know, make sure you're subscribed and all that stuff, and I'll chat with you guys in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.